Crypto is live. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Let's pick up where we left off with the energy. I can't believe it. I shorted the market for a quick little scalp. Then I long the market on this bullish divvy. We are pumping to the upside. Let's take a look at what's happening here for Bitcoin. The energy is at its apogee, actually and factually increasing daily rapidly. I can't stop winning, baby. Let's go, baby. So I found this bullish divvy. And because I made so many gains, I made a smaller trade. It was like 200 for 600. We tapped that 200 MA on, I believe, that 5-minute time frame. We got to get back above that to remain bullish. I will move my stop loss to break even there. As you can see, I'm on BITUNIX, and it's happening to go really nicely here to the upside. I'm up $132 on the trade, and I saw bullish divergence. The DXY continues to tank. So in my humble opinion, if we crack this 200 MA on the 5-minute time frame, we are gone, baby, gone. Likely this could be our daily bottom with a nasty double divergence there. So I took the long inside of the divergence. I actually had it here. They stopped me out once because I went 70 for 210. It was a small trade. And then I decided to wrestle back in there and say, no. Right now, I did move the stop loss to break even. The worst thing that can happen is they hit me for nil. And I can even just snipe that, but I believe I may have caught the daily bottom. So today I'm just attempting to catch that daily bottom for Bitcoin. Shout out to everybody here. I know I'm kind of coming at you with that energy, but that's how I trade. I'm right off the bat. I mean, I'm in the middle of a hot trade right now, showing you what's happening. And again, don't be a big shot. It doesn't have to be $100 million every time. Small accounts win over time, little by little, chipping away, adding, not becoming a big shot, not taking the whole port and going all the way, full port as we call it. No reason to full port. All right? We push ourselves. Hey, my voice is back, baby. The voice is back, baby. It only took a couple days. Smoke cigars right through it, too. Last night, I was smoking my cigar. Last night was amazing, man. Unbelievable. Blessings on blessings to be alive. God bless each and every one of you for being in my life, for being a part of this stream, and for being amazing. I know God sends the most amazing people in my life. God protects me, and God keeps everything kosher. God bless each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Your time creates this stream. Don't you understand? It's synchronicity between us all, and it's so special. So I saw a bullish divvy on Bitcoin. We're going to break down my top-down analysis like we do every single day. We're going to take a look at gold. We'll take a look at the S&P futures and look at the DXY just continuing to tumble further to the downside. And that is a bear flag that wants to go further down, and the DXY has collapsed. I told you guys I bought real estate 3 weeks ago. I put a purchase for a real estate property up in here because it looked like the dollar had topped. If the dollar keeps going up in value, all right, then the prices of real estate, think about it. They're going to keep going down. They're going to keep going up. So you want to buy at a bottom out price of real estate. What am I talking about? Well, if the dollar is high in value, it lowers the, everything else kind of dwindles a little bit. I mean, and real estate does have inventory, so it's not just the dollar. So but what I want to show you is, look, if there is 10 houses on the market right now, let's just say, and the DXY is sitting at 110, the house is worth 500 grand. The DXY continues to rise, that house value might drop or stay sideways. But if the DXY drops and the inventory stays the same, that value in that house will go up in value. Why? Because the dollar is less in value now, but the house hasn't changed value. There's no change in the. So when you see a head and shoulder on the DXY on a daily time frame, you may be buying a local bottom in the real estate market. Understand? I'm just giving you some insight that I have, a trader have. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying should be taken as financial advice. Right? But I literally purchased a home on this right shoulder wick here, aiming to have bought the bottom of the real estate market. And I believe I may have, I know there's inventory issues. I know there's other things. But like I told you, if the inventory stayed exactly the same and the dollar dropped, you likely would get a raise in your house value. My house was appraised for more than I bought it for. The lawyer said he never seen it. He hadn't seen it. He said, your house is worth more already. You've already made money off the appraisal. He said, how did you do that? I said, I follow the DXY. The real estate lawyer thought I was pretty keen. He was like, and you're closing on March 31st, so you have no prepaid mortgage. It starts on the 1st. I said, he's like, man, you're a smart guy. How did you do that? He said, man, it's one of the cleanest closings I've ever seen on paper. I said, hey, baby, you're dealing with the lifer. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. So let's take a look at BTC and see what's happening to Bitcoin. Bit of a divergence. Maybe the dollar is finally bottom for the day. And let's take a look at my BITUNIX trade there. So strong, right? Up $180 now, starting to pump nicely to the upside. We cracked this 200 MA. We are gone. I believe I caught the daily bottom off of this double divergence. However, only time will tell. Did we cross the 1 minute 200 MA, which is my go-to signal for a long? I bet we did. We did. Now we're making, this is my model, everybody. There it is. So you don't chase the pump. You chase the pump back to the 21 above the 200 and boom, baby, boom. That should pump so hard right now. I've studied this model. We've played it. How many times have we played this model? We played it on the 4 hour. We played it on the 1 hour. We played it on the daily. I've showed you this model probably more this week than I've ever showed anybody. And man, everyone's like, how does this guy constantly make gains? Like, it's sickening. Like, every time I show up, the guy's in gains again. Like, is he out of his mind? What is up with this dude? Like, he's a sicko. Like, how is he up 230 again? How did he short this morning? Showed his group he was shorting. He flipped long off bullish div. Told you guys, you got to be smart. You got to know how to flip. Next thing you know, I come to the live. He's already in another long. He made thousands of dollars yesterday. He's out of his mind. The crypto life for Sam Price, man. I'm telling you right now, baby. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it all the way. No games, baby. My dad was an iron worker. I'm Irish strong, dude. I come from Boston where they kicked my teeth in. And, you know what I mean? Like, I was fighting in the womb, man. Straight up. Like, you know, I like that, you know, considering a day like today, this is a beautiful move. Stop loss below the 200 MA on the 1 minute time frame suggests we could possibly get some more out of this pump to the upside. I'm looking for 92,200. So let me slow the excitement down here, but it's really that DXY that's tanking, and then that fear and greed. If you didn't buy 10 with me, remember when I was gobbling up 10? I mean, that was the time to buy. I'm just saying, it was time to gobble up some 10. And this was at 10. When this is at 10, it's a steal. 10 is rare. You never see this at 10. 10's like once in a lifetime opportunity. Well, it's like once every 4 or 5 years you get to 10. So when I saw this at 10, I took a grab at it, snatched it up, and wow, a little hot. I got to air out. Just got to air out a little bit. Fly like a peacock. Oh, I'm floating. So gay. Sorry. Whoa. Hey, so 25 is the extreme fear. Can we get it? Did you wash your belly button today? I did, but I'm pretty sure you didn't. Stop being disgusting, okay? Wash your belly button. Nah, shout out to everybody here. It's okay if you didn't wash your belly button. You can still come to the stream. But please, next time I can smell it from here, for crying out loud. You know what I mean? Have some respect for yourself. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on it. It's just a joke we have here on the stream. God bless everybody. Thank you for being here. So we're in a live trade off the bullish divvy. If you're in my trading group, you would have been able to figure out why I got long off bullish divergence. You would have learned your divergences inside of my beginner course and figured out what was happening with price action. Let's take a look here. Okay, I like it. 200 bucks, and I just opened up the trade. You know what? I don't even mind that. I don't want to just take it. But, I mean, I may have caught that daily bottom. Yeah, I'll keep the stop loss above break even and see where it goes. But it could easily just, it's a volatile day. It's a volatile day, up and down price action. We got the crypto summit tomorrow, which has a lot of people thinking, hey, what if too many people buy and I can't get in? I mean, that's psychological. It's in their heads. They're saying, hey, what if I didn't buy and the price keeps continuing to pump? What do I do then? That's definitely something that people have to pay attention to. So pay it, you know, it's sketchy business for sure. You know, I kind of like, I like getting paid in front of people. I don't like losing in front of people. So it's good to get paid. But there could be some more here. I don't mind selling and watching it pump. That's the good thing about me. I just like getting gains. Think about it. If you sell right now in gains and you're up today, you're in like the top 5%. Like most people are going to get wrecked today. Most people are going to lose their accounts. Most people are going to have no idea what they're doing. They're not going to get education. They're not going to get a mentor. They're not going to join a trading group. They're going to say, that's a bunch of nonsense. That's a scam. And then, you know, we'll see what happens from there. So get an education at least from someone that's been doing it. If you're going to do anything, get an education from someone that's been doing it. You're going to start business. You want to be in the pool business? Go work for a pool guy for a year. Learn all the ins and outs. It'll save you from losing a lot of money in your own business. Make the mistakes on his dime. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? If you want to be, I found how to become successful at business is find the business that you want to be good at and then go work for someone in that business. Don't steal clients and ideas, but find out how they do it. See how the business runs. You must intern. It's an apprenticeship. Throughout the 1800s to 1900s, apprenticeships were all over the place. Now nobody wants to do any work. You know, before you had to work for free to get anywhere. That was the game. Everybody knew they had to work for free just to get their foot in the door. Now everybody wants money before they put their foot in the door at all. Like, everything has gone completely backwards from how it used to be. From my grandfather bricklaying and my dad ironworking, things have changed. You know, the average work ethic in a person just doesn't seem to be there anymore. This is your edge. The average person doesn't have work ethic like they used to. So if you go back to the old school way, if you grind on out, then you're going to be okay. I have another premonition here that I thought about last night that I came up on my own. Nobody put it in my mind, whether it's subconscious influence. And I'm going to tell you why I believe AI is going to create a beautiful opportunity for you, but in a way that you didn't know. And stay tuned for that. I'm going to kind of let that out in a little while, maybe around 11 o'clock. It's a pretty cool idea that I came up with, and I'm a pretty good thinker, and I think you're going to like this thought. So stay with me here throughout the stream. So let's get back into so if you're new to the stream, I'm a live trader. I trade live almost every single day on the stream. If there's not good action, then I'm not going to trade. I'm not going to force myself to trade. But if there's, and I already opened up this trade in my trading group, so you came into the stream with me already inside of a trade. Again, I don't even need to trade today. The week was really good. So I'm just really taking, I call it, extra lickings, like icing off the cake, It's like, you ever finish your ice cream and there's those little scoops at the bottom, little puddles at the bottom. You can't let sit, and you grab those up. That's what this is for me. I've already made a massive, massive week of gains. I've my whole trading group. If you followed me, if you paper traded me, paper traded, but yeah, if you traded exactly how I traded, you did very, very well. I'm going to take those gains. I'm going to take those gains no matter what. I like taking gains. So I'm going to get myself paid right there. Boom. And we're going to move on. I like it. I like it a lot. Look, it bounced off the 21-day moving average. So let's take a look now at what's happening. Let's take a look at my 5-minute. Let's see if there's another possible entry here for Bitcoin. Now, if we look, buy there, sell there. I love that. So perfecto. Perfecto. So rejection by the 200 away from the 21-day moving average. Great sell for me personally, and I wasn't even looking there. We're going to get back into this, but what we're looking for is this to crack the 200 MA. That's very important. All right. The DXY is forming some type of bottom, attempting to get a bullish divvy here now and slow down from the dumpage. We'll get back into that in a split second. Let's take a look at Bitcoin and its top-down analysis all the way from the top down. Exactly. Yeah, top down. Yeah. Like if you're in the shower and you're wet, you dry yourself from the top down, right? That's the way. You go from the top down. It just is what it is. Okay, so breaking it down. Why are we talking about the shower so much today? Kind of strange. So, shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. So the weekly, as I showed earlier today, I mean, those are crazy wicks, but they're just crazy enough, right? And you could be inside some type of falling wedge flag here. And again, if we were to bounce, there's still a chance that could pump you further to the upside, and Bitcoin could do some damage. Send you all the way up to about, $153,000 for BTC, right? So that's still on the table right now. It's, but I would like it if the weekly could get back above weekly support, which is going to be at 93,738, right where this green candle opened and that red candle had closed. That is your support. We really want to get back above that to remain bullish. Bitcoin is well below that support area for the weekly. However, these 2 weeks do tell a story, and we have been held down, but only time will tell. 5-day attempting to put in a tweezer bottom there with a, formed support at 86,100. The 3-day also putting in support there at $84,000. So we are getting some support. Look at this. That is a 3 white soldiers, and you're eating through this wick after an indecision doji. Those are bullish signs, candlestick-wise. 1 day, 9 hours, this 3-day candle will close. I'd like to see it close back inside the pattern for Bitcoin. We take a look at the daily, and if we look at the daily, right, the daily, in my mind, is in a broadening falling wedge. So I had it like this. It's just really like a falling wedge, right? A bit of an odd falling wedge here. I have it like this, a broadening falling wedge. I'll show you. And everything I teach you, you can Google, all right, and make sure that you back up with like some type of back, spend 10 or 20 minutes. Don't just like say, okay, what the heck did this guy just say? What is a broadening falling wedge? Type it in and take a look, and you're going to see, it wides out and it gets wider, but it does break out eventually. 90% of the time, it's going to break out. And usually you kind of hang on the edge of the wedge there and then break on out. So this is what Bitcoin is beginning to form, in my humble opinion, a broadening falling wedge. And that is telling us there's a story of a break further to the upside. That is dipping up something similar to that. So that's what we're looking for here. Bitcoin with the broadening falling wedge to the upside. All right. And that's what I'm seeing at 90,500 for BTC. And again, though, like resistance, 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 higher low. And as I said to you, is we didn't close a daily candle below the 200 MA. We must remain bullish. Like anyone that's like, oh, I'm going to do a massive short. I don't open up a massive short unless we close below that now. I might scalp a short, take a short here or there, but I will not open up a massive short where I believe I could really get paid unless we go below that daily 200 MA. Unless we go below that daily 200 MA, I just can't see that we're going to be in a massive short. So I still see this as a possible fall. I mean, I see, no, not even possible. I see it as a falling, broadening wedge. That's exactly what this pattern is. And it has the higher low. It's starting to dig its way on out of here. There's some signs of bullishness. There's some signs of bearishness. I got to tell you, everybody, let's break those down for you right now. So if we zoom into the 4-hour time frame, which I find is the most relevant at the present moment in time, we have what I call here a symmetrical triangle. These mainly break to the downside 68% of the time. Most of the time, this is going to dump. That's the sad part about this story right now, that most of the time this is going to dump. But that's okay. I shouldn't say sad. There's nothing sad. For the long-term Bitcoin holders, we don't like to see it dump. But we can make gains on the short and hedge our bets and then create more funds for Bitcoin when it's on the low, which is an actually great opportunity. So if we keep our minds nimble and believe we're the opportunity, see, look at two different people. Look at two people. There's one guy that has a 4 to 5 year plan for Bitcoin. He throws his first $5,000 into Bitcoin at 80K. Bitcoin tanks down to 78,000. Well, let's say 68. Let's just say it goes, just hyperbole. And he's like, oh, and he says, well, you know what? This is a 5-year plan. I'm in it to win it. He keeps working. He has a regular job. He's on a night shift. And the next time he gets $5,000, Bitcoin's at like 60K. It's lower than 80,000. He puts another $5,000 in. He has this 5 to 10 year plan and he sticks with it. And, he never considers himself down. He's always super excited. Every time Bitcoin keeps going down, he doesn't think about the Bitcoin he put up at 80K. And he doesn't come home and beat himself up. He reads books about investing. He listens to billionaires. They tell them they've been down. He looks at Michael Saylor and he was like, wow, he was down billions of dollars. And now he's up. So he makes comparisons to people richer than him. And he decides to continue to act the way they act. And what they do is they continue to buy markets despite downturns. They have long-term outlooks. Now, there's another guy who has the same job, but he has a different mindset. He comes and buys $5,000 worth of Bitcoin at 80K and it tanks to 60K. All he can tell is his friends is how much money he lost. His friends make fun of him. He gets depressed. He looks at it every day. All he does is obsess over that price of Bitcoin. He doesn't buy 60K because he's so sad now. He thinks it's going lower. He's convinced himself there's no opportunity. He's convinced himself that he is not the opportunity. Because he has now convinced himself he is not the opportunity, what happens, everybody? He's not, right? And what happens? He leaves the market, doesn't he? He does. Years later, he turns $5,000 into $3,000 and says Bitcoin is a scam. The other guy ends up becoming a multi-millionaire over a 6 to 7 year period because he keeps putting $5,000 into Bitcoin every chance he gets. I was the first person. There was a lot of people that were the second person. You've got to decide who you want to be today. Today. And this has everything to do with your entire trading career because your mindset is going to create how much money you're going to make. If you believe you're worth 100 mil, then that's the standards you'll create. Today we talked to Jim Rohn. He talked about tolerance. He talked about what you tolerate is your standard. If you tolerate people taking your energy, then you're going to have a lot of people in your life that take your energy. That's good. If you tolerate a mediocre wardrobe, just broken, dirty clothes a lot, you don't really want, then that's what people will think of you. Right? And again, clothes aren't everything, but he said something to me. He goes, go and look at your wardrobe. He goes, what does it look like? He goes, that wardrobe is a direct reflection of what you think of yourself. Your wardrobe is decked out, suited up, ready to rock. You believe you're an important person with big things coming your way. My wardrobe wasn't always like that. My wardrobe, when my mentality was nil, had dirty jeans. I wore the same hoodie. I didn't care about much. My shirts had holes in them. I really didn't have that much pride in what I put on. I had a few suits that I wore once a year, if that. And it is what it is. Now, everyone talks about the dressing and all dressing. The clothes don't matter. They don't make the man. But I will tell you, they make you feel better. And you will gain more respect when you dress nice. Here's one thing. Everyone says clothes don't matter. But if you were going to go to your grandmother's funeral, would you dress up like a mess? If you were going to go to your brother's wedding, how would you dress? Wouldn't you dress nice to respect your brother? And why do you dress nice at the wedding? Because you want to show everyone that you cared so much about how you looked. Because you wanted to show them how much you cared about the event. Well, today we got over 2,000 people here with this live, right? I'm expecting a big stream. I've seen weddings with 500 people. I've seen weddings, 2,000 people at a huge wedding. So every day we have an event as big as a wedding. So I dressed the part, everybody, because this isn't a big event. And if you were going to dress at a 300-person wedding, then of course I'm going to dress this nice at a 2,000-person stream. So I think I've addressed that, and I didn't have to today, but I thought about Jim Rohn, and he hit me. So let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame inside of this symmetrical triangle. It's getting tighter. Now, tight moving average suggests that a move will be coming to the upside. A low, a high, and a higher low suggest a move will be coming to the upside. However, this pattern for the last year and a half in Bitcoin has dumped 90% of the time. If we somehow boom out of this to the upside, I'm going to be so flabbergasted. It's going to be, it's more likely that we do come down here, possibly make a higher low even, and then break out of this. But this pattern does suggest 90% of the time you're going to dump down somewhere to 83,900. So this pattern is telling me that we're going to see some downside. What the greatest thing about this pattern is I could either short it and they can wreck me, or I can do nothing, right? They could dump it. Then I can find divergence and try to catch my longs like I do every time. Or I can wait for us to break the 4-hour 200 MA and just trade my model when the 21 comes to it. Boom. Now, I have 3 accounts now that I use. I have a MEXC account with the lowest fees in the game. MEXC has the lowest fees in the game. Link in the description below. You will not have lower fees than MEXC. Hands down. If you can get it in your area, if it's applicable in your region, MEXC is the greatest exchange in the game. They have access to the smallest coins, the best coins, and like you don't have to go onto the dexes to make a 10, 20, 30x. Like they got them right there. All you need to do is have Tether. Everyone else is running around and they're paying high gas fees. Like when Pepe was ripping and people paying high gas fees, they had it right there on MEXC. So MEXC is awesome. I love it. I do show MEXC because it has the lowest fees. It'll take the least amount from you. Wouldn't you want to trade the exchange that takes the least amount from you? Then there's Weeks, which takes the second, and then there's BITUNIX. BITUNIX does take a little more than the other two, but what I like about BITUNIX is it's fast servers, it's awesome reaction time, and just ever since I've traded the way you can move that stop loss and take profit for a guy that runs fast on the 1 second, 1 minute time frame, that gets you going. You know what I mean? And that's a really cool feature that I got to say I would like to see implemented on MEXC and Weeks. Implement that, guys. Like, go on BTUNIX and see what they're doing there. And see if you can get your coders to code that in because it's unbelievable. Anyway, so this is a symmetrical triangle for Bitcoin. Says this is going to go either to 103.8 or down to 79,000. Imagine we could go back to 79K. And here we are again. Now, the 1 hour is very oversold. And it almost suggests that we did get back inside the pattern or we're in the pattern. So the 1 hour almost says, hey, this is more of like a bull pennant that wants to break to the upside. What I like about this idea here is the 200 MA is a very, very awesome area to keep your stop loss below. So there's a chance here that if you got into a trade right now with a stop below that 200 MA, this may play out in our favor. I don't land the risk reward. Yeah, it's a 3-to-1. Wow. You still get 3-to-1 being below the 200 MA. See, this is something I might put 7 to 210 on and you just let it kick. So you go to an exchange, that you may not like Weeks. This is like, I like to look at Weeks in this way. So I go to the 1 hour time frame. So I found the divergence today. So I already know, and then we crossed the 200 MA right there on the 1 minute time frame, right? I told you that was bullish. I put you in a trade right there. Those trades are still, you could have basically still had that trade open. Remember, we traded this. This was the cup and handle that I traded right there. I called this bottom here too remember that day that I almost shorted, it was Monday, and then I ended up calling the long on the 4 hour time frame. Like, I've nailed all these calls every single day. If you've missed my stream, you have missed all these massive gains. Like, I've hit this, then I sold the local top right there, got right in right there. I sold the local top right here, got right in again. When that pumped last night, I nailed that. I have actually been on a streak, one of the greatest streaks of my life, honestly. Like, I've hit every single point here, and I've sold the exact local top each time. You'd think it was nuts. It sounds like I'm bragging, and I apologize. I'm just depicting what actually happened. I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm bragging. Wow, so Bitcoin is pumping to the upside now. Almost coulda, woulda, shoulda stayed in that trade. And once this cracks the 5 minute 200 MA, this thing is going to go. And it's going to go far. So I kind of like this trade already again. And I'll tell you why. I like the 1 hour time frame being near and but far away from that 200 MA. So we go to the 1 hour and we take a look. Oh, it stops way lower though. Okay, let me go to my 5. High risk today on a Thursday with low volume. I'll tell you what, but I mean, you can kind of see the way the market's trying to move. And you have to understand that tomorrow's the crypto summit. There's got to be people who think there's going to be a major announcement of a Bitcoin reserve, which it will be. Well, he already announced a Bitcoin reserve, but that's when it's going to be like really played out, right? People are going to talk about it. So look, you saw me win like 150, I believe. So what I like to do is, I know like at that percentage, I'm usually pretty all right. Let's see. And then you just drag the stop loss. Like, this is insane. You see this? Look at that. Ooh, I could get liquidated at 330, but my stop can be right there. See? So 161 for 538. Ain't bad. So I'll basically break even on this account. But if this cracks that 2 to May, I'm gone, baby, gone. Now, I could easily get stopped out here, please, you know. And do not call me a loser when I get stopped out. Do not call me a genius when I win. It's just one of the many trades in my data set that you're going to see in the lifetime of a trader. All right? If all my biggest wins, I told you I was the greatest trader ever, that would be a lie. If all my losses, I told you I was the worst, that would be a lie. You'd have to see me for years at a time. You'd have to take in some data and watch me trade. You got to actually watch, you know. And again, I am front running my signal when we cross the 200 May, which is actually doesn't always play out too well. But the 3-day chart looks like it's about to crack the 200 May too with the 21. I like what I'm seeing here on the 3-day. I mean the 3-minute. So things started to pan out pretty nicely here for Bitcoin, and we're back above 91,000. So honestly, you stop below the 200 May on the 1 hour time frame. So then I go to weeks, and I go to the 1 hour here, right? And I'm going to draw the same pattern, and you can see that we are bouncing off the bottom trend line now. Sketchy on Thursday, but I'm going off the idea that people are going to start front running this price because they may not get it any cheaper once that reserve really starts to crack. Once the government is buying Bitcoin daily in small amounts until they get to a certain amount, our government's going to be buying Bitcoin every single day, folks. Creating a reserve of the asset that you're in. Like, imagine getting into a new asset before everybody else in the world, and then your government is starting to acquire it. Imagine acquiring it 8 years before your government acquired it. Imagine being up so big that you never, if you told me I was going to find Bitcoin when I did and my life was going to do what it did, I would have told you, no way. There's just how? Like, it tells me, like, you got to believe in yourself. I believe that something big was going to happen to me in my life one day, some way, somehow, and it did. It really did. Shout out to everybody that believed in me. Shout out to anyone that gave me a chance, anyone that put me on their channel, anyone that hooked me up. You know who you are. I love each and every one of you. I will go to war for you guys forever. I love anyone that's ever been there for me. God bless you all, and thank you so much for being a part of the Crypto Lifer live stream. It is a monumental time to be alive. This is not the time to sit back and relax. This is the time to go after your destiny, to make it happen. If the world's ever going to conspire to make you rich, I mean, the next 2-3 years, look, you have no capital gains tax probably coming from Made in America coins. You're going to have big-time investors coming to America. They're going to pay $5 million for American citizenship, and then they're going to be investing in cryptocurrency by the loads. You're going to have Dubai. You're going to have all these big boys coming in. Money is going to flow into cryptocurrency like you wouldn't believe. It's going to be monumental. I can't even fathom really what's going to happen. It's what we've been waiting for this whole time. So look, I made the move on weeks. The stop loss is at 85,890. All right. That take profit's going to be somewhere at about 108,990. I know that's crazy, but that's just the measured move. I'm just going on the measured move. That's the 1, 2, wave 3 back to the upside here for Bitcoin. So I opened 2 trades in front of you. You saw them again after winning that last trade, and boom, look at that thing. That's how you punch. And now we're above the 200 May. It's likely we're going to get that continuation move to the upside for Bitcoin. And you see me make live trades here. You see me use my strategy to make live trades. Like, there's no BS here. I don't like say what I did yesterday and swap it and swip it. I'm not like all these other, I don't even know what they do. I don't watch anyone else. I don't know what they do. All I know is what I do and what I can do for you. I hope that you guys love this knowledge. I hope you get excited. I hope this makes you feel like you could do it too. I hope I put the power into your hands and let you know, hey, I was ADHD. I was depressed. They told me bipolar. They tried to pump me with the pills too. They did it all, man. I said, I'm going to work out every day. I'm going to find natural endorphins. I'm going to push myself. I'm not going to listen to these doctors destroy me and pump me with things that hurt my physical nature. I'm going to find my way out mentally. I'm going to push myself through the pain, and I'm going to use God and exercise to become great. And that's exactly what I did. If you're depressed, if you're down and out, if lately you don't seem like every trade goes down on you and you just can't seem to get an edge, That's the greatest place to be. You know why? Getting kicked in the teeth is how you pull out of the mud, baby. If I was never kicked down, if I never went through pain, I never would become the crypto lifer. I would have been there's no way I would be as hard as I am. So you want a hard life. You don't want it easy. You want stress. You want pain. I mean, you don't want it too bad. You don't want to be able to manage it, but you don't want it easy. I had it pretty hard for a long time. I was on a night shift. I was lost. I saw everyone with more money than me. I had no idea how I was going to get off that night shift. I went into work at 7 o'clock. I got out at 3 in the morning. Some days I felt like a real loser. All my friends were making millions of dollars, wearing suits, traveling the world. I was wearing a hoodie and the same pants on this to get in, on the 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning train if I got out early. And again, I'm not trying to make you feel bad for me. That was my story. But hey, I got a story now. I worked a night shift. It was hard. I made it out. If I can make it out, you can too. And you got to believe in yourself. Nobody's going to believe in yourself like you can. You got to find some mental clarity. You got to, success likes clarity. If you know where you're going and what you want to do, success is ready to help you. If you're a mess, look at your desk, Jim Rohn said. Is your desk a mess? Is your desk full of clutter? Then that's going to say a lot about how you run your business and your life. Look at your car. Is your car a mess? I saw someone driving by with their car the other day. Everything on the dashboard, it was insanity. I could see while they drove by me and I shuddered. I don't let my kids leave any. My Escalade has nothing in it. Like, it's always clean. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not saying it's perfect, but I'm just, any car I own, I keep clean, man. Keep your cars clean. Keep your life clean. Stay focused, right? So look at your life. Look at your desk. Look at your car. If you're struggling in life, your life isn't going well, maybe it's time to clean up your life and your desk. I'm straight up, and I'm sorry I don't mean to be rude right now, but I'm just being honest. So Bitcoin, I just opened up a live trade. Stop loss below the 200 MA. Good chance we could win this trade. It is a symmetrical triangle. They mainly break to the downside, so I get it. But I'm going off the moving averages and going off if we can stay above this 200 MA on the 3-minute chart, and the 5-minute can also crack, then we can continue to pump here. And this could be a nice winner chicken dinner for BTC and for me. See how that stop loss just immediately showed up? They already have it there for you waiting. You just have to drag and drop it. Like, that's how every exchange should have it. Even for Spot should have the exact same thing. One thing I want to ask the exchanges is how come when I go to Spot, you don't have it set up the same? It's because you don't want people to trade Spot, right? You want to force them to trade leverage? Is that what it is? How come you won't make it? How come I can't drag and drop my stop loss the same way I can do on futures? How come nobody allows the spot trader to swing trade the same way? Now, I have AltTrade. AltTrade allows you to tap in and to swing trade in that manner, which is pretty cool. So if you want to go to alttrade.com, or go to my link below to AltTrade, it allows you to API in and actually raise your stop losses, put in trailing stops, do all sorts of things that you can't do on the exchange through an API. It's pretty awesome, actually. But yeah, I want to know. I'm asking all my exchanges, Weeks, Mexi, how come you won't let us trade? I like to swing spot all day long. I make a lot of money swinging spot. But you guys make it way more difficult for me than it is to do it on futures. And I just wonder what, my idea is because you want to push people into trade futures, but I also don't want to be, I don't know, So there's BTC in a bit of a nutshell. The DXY collapsing, as we suggested, shoulder, head, right shoulder to the downside for the DXY. And look at that. I mean, and then losing the daily 200 MA, that is one of the most bearish signals for any asset in the world. We saw this head and shoulder before it happened. Beautiful move. That was the higher low for Bitcoin, which was the lower high for the DXY, which positioned us for a beautiful move further to the upside for Bitcoin. And you got to love that. So there we stand. There we are. Let's take a look at the total market cap in all of cryptocurrency. Total, baby, total. We'll also take a look at others, D, and see what's happening to all the cryptocurrencies, excluding the top 10. So the same thing happened. We conjoined right at that 200 MA, and they made us think it was going to be a bloodbath, and it still may. I'm open-minded that anything could happen in cryptocurrency and trading, because in my lifetime of trading now, since I was 24 years old, I'm now 42, coming up on 42. I can't believe I'm going to be 42 soon. It's kind of scary, man, because 50 is now like not that far away, and I remember just being 28 years old. Everybody, your life's going to go by really fast. This bull run's going to go by really fast. Don't focus too much on emotions of the day. Have a big idea, dream big, realize that success is not a spurt. Like, you don't get success just doing it here and there. Like, oh, awesome days. It's every single day. It's 1,000 days constantly grinding, 2,000 days. Eventually they add up, 10,000 hours. Nobody's going to give it to you for free. Stop thinking that it's easy. Get away from anyone that told you it's easy. Stop trying to find the easy way out because it doesn't exist. It just doesn't. The hard way is the best way because it's going to make you the most skilled. If there was two paths, and I always talk about this, the butterfly, right? Trying to get out of the cocoon, the caterpillar. If you came and assisted that butterfly and let it out the cocoon, it would die because it wouldn't form any muscles to let it fly. Wouldn't be able to actually form what it needed to get to live. When it fights to get through the cocoon, it fights, it gains a muscle. It fights, it eventually, when it breaks through, it's strong enough. If you assist that caterpillar from getting out of that cocoon, it'll never survive. It'll die. And human beings, I feel like we're the same way in some way, shape, or form. All beings are, in a metaphorically speaking. You want a hard struggle. You want to be made hard by the struggle. You don't want it easy, because if you got it easy, you will not be as amazing as the best. The best were put through the toughest times. The best were really challenged. So if you want to be the best, you got to say, hey, dear Lord, I prayed to God for strength. He gave me more problems to make me stronger. Amen. I prayed to God for strength. He sent me more problems to make me stronger. I got stronger. I thought God hated me. See? Like my life wasn't going the way I thought it was supposed to go because I was in control. And when things didn't go the way I wanted, I was angry. I said, God, you don't love me? How come you're never looking out for me? What the heck? Everyone else seems to be winning but me. What a bad mentality I had, huh? Of course I wasn't winning. My mentality was not conducive to raising high vibrations in my subconscious mind. I was unable to bring in success into my life because I was focused on negativity. And I believed that God didn't love me. Like I had a problem. Once I got right with God and submitted and realized that I submitted to God. I said, you know what? There's a higher power bigger than me. I would need to tap into this. And that's where we stand. Like, until then, I was going to live the same existence over and over and over again. And that's what I see. I see people who are struggling. And I'm like, man, this person will not submit to God. I've had a friend, I said, man, are you ready to submit? No, I'm just, I just don't see how God really, like everybody else, I'm just not ready. I'm more of, I got to see it first. See, the problem with successful people and the people that are unsuccessful, the difference, not the problem, but the difference is faith. See, someone that needs to see it to believe in God will never have the faith to start a business that they can't see the end on, right? Like, I can't see where the end will end. Like, you get what I'm saying? I couldn't see that this channel was going to blow up when I had 3 subscribers. There was no guarantees we were going to 90,000. There was no guarantees we were getting on any other channel. There's no guarantees we were going to have a stream like this. None. None at all. Right? But I believe that if I put my best foot forward, I believe that if my mind was the answer, then the answer was my mind. And so once I changed my mentality, it didn't matter whether I had 3 subscribers, 20 or 40, 100 or 2,000. I was on my way to greatness because I had faith. I didn't have to see it for sure. So in the same way I had faith in myself, I had faith in God. And you have to understand, how did I have that faith? How did I know that my channel was going to blow up when it didn't, when I didn't know? God told me that as long as I believed in God and myself, that I was going to win. You see what I'm saying? The faith in God created the faith in my channel. I got faith now in places other people have no clue. They wouldn't even walk into the water that I would walk on. And that's why success keeps coming my way, because I'm pushing myself into places where most people would be afraid to go. This is the power of God. God puts you in position to never be afraid. God says, why would you be afraid, my son? For I'm always here. Like, where was the fear in the first place? And you're like, oh my God, what was I fearing? Why did I have any fear at all? Why was I worried about these trades? Why did I think I was going to be such a losing trader when I had all this around me all the time? You see what I'm saying? Like, so once you have faith, you begin to have faith in yourself. You begin to have faith in your business decisions. You begin to have faith in the unknown. And then you realize that every entrepreneur was someone that went into the unknown and started a business. No one knew how many sales they were going to make when they started their first business. They projected it. They believed in it. They had ideas, but nobody knew their product was going to be successful. McDonald's did because he stole the business from 2 guys and then opened up across the street, but that's a different story. Ray Kroc, right? Dude was a grimy businessman. Like, he started a business with 2 guys, right? He saw their business was amazing. He saw that they had the burger business, but they were inefficient. They couldn't figure it out. And he saw if he could automate it, he'd put them out. So he took their plan and he moved across the street. I think he even used the money that he had with their business to start the business against them, and he put them out. McDonald's, baby. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how McDonald's started. Anyone want to correct me there? The point is, you do have to have a plan. And, you know, Jim Rohn talks about working hard. There's a lot of people that walk really, really hard. All right? I stopped drinking, getting high, and got off the street after having been homeless because of God and faith carrying me through it all. Amen. 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 Someone says, Big on losing the 200 May. Yeah, but not on the 1 minute yet. Maybe on the 5. Yeah, never really gained it yet. It never truly gained it yet. It was playing with the 200 May. Bigger time frame idea with the 1 hour time frame. Don't get too caught up in the smaller ideas there. Did we open up a trade here? I can't remember. If I went back in on BITUNIX. I did go back in on BITUNIX. Let's see here, though. I like to cut off trades when they're not, like, before they get worse. It definitely should have stayed above the 200 May. Hold on, let me delete this and look at it fresh. Kind of a double top. Not amazing. No, he came up with a franchise Eiler, but the brothers didn't want to. Plan the plan, not the outcome. Amen. Shout out to Rave Song Records. I was a teen McGrill master for 2 years. God bless you. A tasty McHuman. You got, oh my God. He found them already thriving, but thinking small. He took them nationwide and then snaked his way into ownership. Exactly. McDonald's is the most famous Scottish restaurant. It's so funny, man. But I thought Scots were Mac and Irish were Mick. See, like, right? I thought Mac, M-A-C, were Scots. But you guys are Mick too? And then rented the land to all the... Yeah, exactly. It was McDonald's is a real estate play. That's what someone, you know, it's all... He owns the real estate. He doesn't care about the franchise. It's the real estate. You know what I mean? Very simple. That's why I know this sounds crazy, but Bitcoin is a very similar play to McDonald's. It's a real estate play. It's buying scarce real estate. Yeah. As of yesterday, I made 67% of my monthly trading P&L and still have 3 weeks left. Do you set goals? Do you have a strategy? Do you have a plan? Join the 99 cryptolifer.com. Both MC and Mac. Oh, cool. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. For some reason, yeah. Mick isn't really short for Mac, though, because I'm Irish and we're in Boston and we're all, I mean, I guess, yeah, it was, I guess at the end of the day, it was Mac, Donald, Mac. We're all Welsh at the end of the day. You just won't find an Irish guy in Boston named Mac Donald. He'll be McDonald. You know what I mean? McDonough, right? All the Scots I know have MAC. All the Irish guys I know have MC in Boston. Like, you'll never see an Irish guy with a Mac, but you'll never, you know. And that's a kind of, and like my buddy McAleer. My buddy McAleer, he's obviously Scottish, right? You know what I mean? Bitcoin is digital real estate, 100%. Everyone, if you want to join my trading group, we have a pinned comment right here. Go to cryptolifer.com to find out more. All right, unlock financial freedom. Join us today. I've made massive gains in the last few days. Even yesterday, posting huge gains. It didn't stop. I had trades open on every single exchange. Yesterday was one of our greatest trading days ever. Like ever. Like I saw the whole group just taking names and kicking butt. There was money being made left and right. I'm telling you right now, I'm a workhorse. I broke my fast with that lamb, baby. And I made $1,100 right before. I mean, I was scalping. Yeah, it was awesome, man. I was trying to see where I put every single trade that I hit this morning. And that morning, I was up $4,000 as the morning started yesterday. Unbelievable. We are doing a BITUNIX. If you want to jump on in, deposit, get VIP, deposit $100, get 20, $500, get 50, 1,000, get 200. That's one thing. Then weekly rewards, right? If you reach 100K, right, within a week, get $15. If you reach 5 million within a week, get 600. And then the total trading volume. If we can get the total trading volume up to $500 million, we can give up to 20,000 and a Rolex. So this is like, it's basically a deposit. Awesome, you know, hook you up. It's also a weekly rewards depending on your volume, and it's also a prize pool depending on our total volume. I mean, this is awesome. So jump on it today if you want to just jump on in and see if we can make some gains there with BITUNIX, throw our volume around and see what happens. All right. And if you just want to try it, Mexi does have lower fees. I will give it to you. And I think Weeks might have slightly lower fees as well. So but it's up to you. All right. It is just a third exchange to see, have a backup just in case you're ready to rock. All right. What did I do with my futures over here? My Mexi futures over here. What am I doing? Why am I moving that? Why do I talk like I'm from New York? Huh? Hey, paisan. So, yeah. So, again, no long on Mexi right now. The longs are on weeks. Right, and BTUNIX and BITUNIX. They're both open. They're both going strong. We get above that 200 MA. Sammy wins those trades very, very likely. We don't get above that 200 MA. Sammy doesn't win those trades. I like the 1 hours above. Look, that's kind of shoulder, head, right, shouldery. There's some sketchiness right here. This is a symmetrical triangle. They mainly break down. If this pumps, it will be the first one that pumped out in a long, long time. So it'll be exciting to say the least. All right, it'll be exciting to say the least. Sean, God bless you. Thank you for being here. Everybody, don't forget that I teach class the last Saturday of every single month. And if you want to jump onto class, hit the QR code or the link to jump onto class. I teach that class the last Saturday of every single month. I give you a PowerPoint, a 9-point checklist. I'll leave you with so much information that'll blow your mind. So right now, the altcoins aren't hot. So we've switched to trading Bitcoin exclusively. Sui, I guess a couple of shorts is up, but for me, it's been Bitcoin. When the altcoins are floundering, not doing it on, I leave them alone. I don't panic sell them, and I focus on Bitcoin. And I leverage trade Bitcoin. I gain gains, and then look, now that the market's dumping, I can buy Bitcoin on the lows, right? Now I have capital. See, I keep stacking capital. I've got cash. I'm sitting on cash for this. Now once the rally starts to move again, I'm going to start to flip the cash around. Understand? So that's just the most important thing. Let's take a look here at. I wanted to show you, why I think it's an important time to keep some cash on the sidelines, right? I'm keeping like 70 grand in Tether on the sidelines because if this market starts to rip, I'm not trying to buy the dip, all right? Today's PN up 13,000. Look, I'm not 71,000 in cash. I'm not trying to buy the dip, but maybe when Ondo gets above a key level, I'll put 70 grand in it. When it doubles, I'll take it out and I'll make 70,000. See, I like to swing trade altcoins with big chunks once the market shows me that it's frothy. For me, that's where I found the most money can be had. And I still got my portfolios and I got my money. And again, on exchange. Not all my money's on the exchange though. Please find a custody, someone that can do SHA-246 and keep your wallet in like a safe place. There's all sorts of custody places like that. There's places where, just make sure that you have your money stored outside of your home in a custody section inside of some type of hard wallet. All right. And, where there's 2 passwords and just, you got to have yourself protected. Make sure you have yourself a hardware wallet. You can't keep all your money on an exchange. Very, very important. All right. So Bitcoin. I'm bullish on Bitcoin. You can see why. I can tell you till I'm blue in the face. Let's take a look at what's happening in the altcoins. And it's about 11. Someone was hitting me that. I wanted to see what it was because they posted all over it. So what? Gone up 200%. That's funny move. Ondo, Crow, and Bitcoin Cash started to take names and kick butt. So Crow up today. Sui back up almost to getting above $3. That's a pretty big deal, actually. Once Sui crosses 3, that's going to be strong. Chainlink at 17. You can see institutions are getting busy. I see Chainlink going to $50, $100 this rally. Like Ondo back well above a dollar. Ondo I put a video about it yesterday. I talked about how it was basically a steal. Cardano back up 40% on the news that it's going to be inside of the government reserve. If you didn't know, government is going to put in a reserve. The U.S., they've said it. It's going to be Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and Cardano. Cardano made it in, the most sensible one, the one with the best reputation, the one that makes America look good. You have to think about it. Not a lot of pumps and dumps, not a lot of schemes, not a lot of nonsense. And then XRP up a 19%. Ondo also with that institutional connection. You don't even need to have it in the reserve. You just know it's coming strong behind the scenes. So everything else, philandering. Caspa finally got a little bit of a bump from 6.9 to 7.6. So be it going to get back above 10. Radium also on my radar as Solana gets back to 150. Looks like there's some opportunity here in the market in the next couple of days. If I scan the market throughout the afternoon, I may be able to find some stuff, but just be careful. We got another bit of news coming tomorrow. We're going to tell you what's going to happen tomorrow in a split second. Grass looks interesting to me. If I was going to trade anything, I have a setup on Grass that looks good. I'm going to kind of look into that. Optimism is coming back on. For some reason, people were just searching it in the last few days. Aptos is on my radar coming back. Ondo Finance, of course. I made a video about it, one of the hottest coins. And then Bitcoin up 6% in the last 7 days. I mean, that's pretty big for an asset as big as Bitcoin. up 6% in 7 days. Again, getting that love off the Bitcoin reserve, off the crypto reserve. So I like what I'm seeing. Cato back at 169. We left it alone. We didn't trade it again. And XRP, so the hot coins right now. You know, Cardano, XRP, really, tomorrow they're probably going to soar. With the crypto summit, it looks like we'll get some bigger moves, and Sui could follow too as well. So very, very interesting times to be alive as we're about to see a change in the way the government views finances for the first time in 100 years or something. I mean, you're in an industrial, like this is the, you know, this is like the, basically the industrial complex. You know, it's kind of like the cotton gin. All right, sorry. Bitcoin getting all the way to 103,800 is the problem. My daughter was like, yeah, like she's like singing outside my door. I don't know if you guys could hear it. It's so sweet, but it's a bit distracting. So okay, we got Bitcoin down. Oh, let's take a look at the most searched coins. My Shell keeps coming up. Redstone, never heard of it. My Shell, right? I just like to say I've never heard of it. Boinkers, which is like bonk, but with an I. I don't know if that has anything to do with bonk. It looks like they're trying, you know. Layer Edge, Figure, Meme Hash. I would write new coins down. New coins can 50, 60, 20x, you know, 10x, 5x. Definitely want to pay attention to newer coins. All right, moving forward. Now, any super chats or deep dives that you guys are going after, let me know. The stream is really hot when things start to go. I want to know what's happening. All right. The fourth industrial revolution. That's what it is. Yeah. It's a financial revolution. Exactly. Bouncing off the 5-minute Tutoring. Exactly. What was you going to say about AI and potential future possibilities that we could take advantage of? Well, here's the deal. I mean, this is, but it's gonna come across as something you didn't think about. People procrastinate as it is, don't they? Right? Someone was going to start a YouTube channel yesterday and they say, oh, you know, and it's a lot of hard work because they have to do all this work. They got to write the scripts. They got to find it. 5, 6, 7 years ago when there was no AI, it was a lot of hard work to start your YouTube channel. So a lot of people said they were going to do it, but what would happen? A month would go by, 2 months would go by, and they would never do it, right? And so the reason why YouTube is profitable is because it's scarce. Most people don't have the guts to go onto YouTube and to become successful at YouTube. It takes a very certain type of person. It takes someone that has a lot of stamina because you're not going to get what you want immediately. It's going to take a long time. You're going to have delayed gratification. You're going to have to go through a lot of the, like, you're going to have to basically have you're going to have to understand a lot of life cycles to be able to handle YouTube. It's not going to happen as fast as you want. You're going to have to grind at it. So this keeps a lot of people not doing YouTube, right? That's why it's very profitable to do YouTube. It's very profitable to do something that other people are afraid to do. Understand? That's why they give guys who, like, you know, those guys that, like, they make $200,000 a year and they do the light bulbs and the bridges, right? No one wants to climb up on those bridges and do those light bulbs. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, so if you can find a job that a lot of people are afraid to do and you can do it really well, like, nobody wants to lose trading in front of 2,000 people. No one wants to lose their trades in front of 2,000 people. I'm not afraid to do that, so I bet it, you know what I mean? So if you could do something that everyone else is afraid to do, you're going to benefit. Now, where is this going with AI? What am I talking about? Well, right now, people can start YouTube channels now with AI. AI can write it for you. It can design it for you. It can make the videos. My Jim Rohn channel, I listen every day. Someone made it. It's an AI channel. And he got it to 140,000 subscribers and it's continuing to grow, right? Now, people already procrastinated when there was no AI. Now everyone says, oh, it's going to be so simple to start my YouTube channel. So they're going to put it off even more. Because of AI, more people are going to be lazier. More people are going to do less. More people are going to say, because think about it, before they were lazy, now they have the system that can get it done easier. So now they're going to tell themselves it's even easier to do. So now they're going to say, next week I can start my YouTube channel because they know it's really hard and they're going to get nervous before AI. But now they're like, oh, it's so simple. Like, I can go party for one more week. I can go get drunk with my friends for one more week. AI is so simple. Like, I'll be able to figure the YouTube channel will be so easy. So because of AI, it's going to open a pocket for the grinders, for the people that work really hard. There's still going to be a place for you if you bust your butt. And I don't think people realize that. AI is going to make it even easier for the hardworking person to take advantage because everyone else thinks it's going to be easy. And it's not. And it hit me, man. I said, man, and this is a general idea in all of space and time and all business. Like, so because of AI, I think less people are going to do what they should. Now, the productive people are going to have they're going to be more competition for the production people. The productive people are going to come at you. There's going to be more stuff. But for the genuine hardworking person, you're all set. You will have to implement AI at one point and use it to your advantage. You can't just let it go by the wayside, right? You can't use like a sickle while everyone else has a tractor and say you're going to actually compete in business at your farm. You have to, you know, and that's a great metaphor, right? Say you're in the landscaping business, and before we had the mechanical, you know, lawnmower, you were doing the push mower. Now, once the mechanical lawnmower came out and all your competitors had it and they were getting lawns done quicker than you, you can't say, I'm going to stick to the old way. You're going to blockbuster yourself and go out of business, right? So you're going to have to implement AI into your life. But as long as you have strong work ethic and you're a go-getter and you get it done, I think there's going to be even more people that think because of AI is going to do it for me, they're not going to get it done. You know. Your audio video was on point. Great stuff. Thank you, Melvin Moore. The flooding of AI on YouTube is going to make the accounts with the real person's face on it way more scarce and valuable. 100%. And scarcity creates value. Adapt or die, sink or swim. 100%. So I just wanted to kind of give you guys, and you got to think on, you know, no one gave me that thought. I was alone in the jacuzzi, of course, having that thought last night, and I said, you know, I got an edge right now because these people are going to think it's that easy. And because they think it's so easy, I'm going to gain an edge on them. Exactly. Wooden ships. Come on, Bitcoin. Let's move, baby. BTC. Oh, girl, you nasty. Bitcoin, 90,869. Let's flip these trades green. We got 2 trades open here. They still look like they don't right shoulder head. Don't right shoulder me there. And resistance. We get above that 200 MA, we're going to fly. We're going to fly fast and furiously to the upside for Bitcoin. Amazing. So there's some money out. Move moved. Let's take a look at Move and Bitcoin Cash. They were also moving yesterday as well. Or Bitcoin Cash, people were kind of bugging about a little bit. So look, this broke above the 200 MA. Beautiful sign. Now it made a bit of a flag here. And Bitcoin showing signs of life. This looks like it's about to get busy. I'll be honest, like I'm not a soothsayer here. I'm not a psychic, but I'm pretty good at reading the charts, and the charts tell me what's likely going to happen. I haven't traded Move yet, but it almost makes me want to swing it now. It tells me that Move may be the one that's going to move today. Unbelievable, right? Shout out to everybody here. You like the double drums there. I added that today, a little new thing I did, you know. Yeah. So can we get all the way up here to 60 cents for Move? I haven't traded it yet, but I'll be honest, the way that's double bottoming with a higher low, the way it's getting tight with the 21, the way I see a golden cross coming in the 1 hour with low stochastics, lack of bearish momentum with the MACD, above previous support as resistance right there, resistance, support. It tells me that this thing is about to rocket. If Bitcoin gets the move and lets the altcoins kind of feel okay, man, oh man. So you're telling me there's a chance, right? And we can get a nice move further to the upside. And bang, 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 all the way to 60 cents. So I like what I'm seeing here for Move. If I was going to trade 80 coin, Move looks like it's actually worth taking a gander on and jumping on in. Now, there's a bunch of coins that I believe are in their perfect accumulation zone, right where you want to find them. Again, I've gone over many of them, and it's up to you. And bang, badoong dong, right? Yeah, the executions are sexy on BITUNIX, right? Is that what you're saying, fan friend? Or is this the way I got in? Or is it just my well-shaven face? I've been shaving more than I ever have. I never shaved ever as a man. I shave once every 2 weeks for the last 20 years. I wasn't a guy who's going to spend a bunch. See, I don't fall into what everyone else does. Everyone else is buying the razors all day. I always said, whatever. I worked a night shift and just said, I'll scruff it out. I'm not going to spend my money. I bought Bitcoin instead. Dude, razors were expensive. If you had to follow the status quo and you were going to shave Gillette razors, they were ripping people off. They were in those little plastic cases because they knew people had to, because the poor people had to steal them because, you know what I'm saying? Like in CVS. So I saw that early. And again, you could buy those blades yourself, put them in. And my friend did that. And it was really cheap. You get your own little razors, and he did it. He always did that. But you could, I just once every 2 weeks I shaved. I really just I got an electric razor once every 2 weeks. I cut my stubble down. I did that for literally 10, 20 years. I did not spend money on razors, man. I bought Bitcoin. I probably would have less Bitcoin had I bought all those Gillette razors. They're expensive, man. A couple times I bought them, and when I did, I was like, that's crazy. I was like, who spends money like that? My dad always said, I'm not a miser, I'm an economizer. You know what I mean? He put his money where he felt it would serve him the best, not where it would serve everybody else. My dad never got nice cars, and he would always look at everyone else, their nice car. And he's like, I put you in sailing, though. He's like, I gave you this. He's like, you have the nicest skates at hockey, though. He's like, I could have bought a nice Cadillac and then bought you the lesser stuff. He's like, but I drive a credit car and buy you the. Again, my dad could have had it all. I could have the nice. I was trying to teach him about abundance, but he got the beginnings of it. And he taught me so much. And you know what? He comes from a different era. And in my mind, he did unbelievable. And he raised me. So God bless you, Dad. I love you. And thank you for everything. Right below me, there is a dove. That's Finn and Daisy. My mom and dad passed away in the last 18 months to 2 years. I lost my dad now 2 years coming up in May. I lost my mom about a year and 2 months ago. Both of them died unexpectedly out of nowhere on random days. One of a massive cardiac arrest and one of a stroke. And yeah, I'm a young guy, 42 years old. I know a lot of, I know people without their family, but for 42, losing your mom and dad, or not even 42 years old, like there was so many years my mom could have spent with my grandkids, and whatever, it's over. I'm not going to spend more time on it. I'm super excited. I'm super happy. God has been there for me. I did not denounce God just because I went through pain. I got closer to God. And that's the prayer I like to say. God, when we go through tragedy, please end up bringing us closer to you and not further away. Amen. Anyone suffering right now, know that God is your answer, and that you do have a father. You do have a friend that knows you, that will be there for you, and you're never alone. You are never alone. You may feel it at one point, but if you dig deep, if you submit, you will know that you are never alone. God was always with you the whole time and never left you. Because I lost my mom and dad, and I felt like I lost my dad. And then God literally said, I've always been here for you, son. And I said, you're right. I've always had a father, man. And that's God. You can create your own reality once you realize God exists, man, because you can formulate reality with God. It's just, again, I don't want to get too crazy with it because people might not understand what I'm saying. But man, blessings to be alive to each and every one of you. And you got to create positive energy in your mind. That's where it comes from. By creating these positive endorphins in your mind, anything can grow, right? You have a soil and you grow plants inside the soil of your brain. If you have negative thoughts, you will consume them. That's what you will become, all right? If you have positive thoughts, then that's what you will become. Amen. All right? When you generate a thought, it triggers a chemical reaction in the brain, which then triggers a corresponding emotion. This emotion strengthens the thought, which in turn triggers your emotions that strengthens the thought again. This creates a vicious cycle. If you're constantly thinking about fear and failure or scarcity, then your body vibrates at that frequency, and that's the vibration that will affect your decisions, your behavior, and most importantly, what you will attract into your life, my friends. If you're seeking success, but have been conditioned to believe that only a few people are lucky, well, your subconscious will create invisible blocks that prevent you from progress, and it's not enough to consciously want something. You must align your deep vibration with that intention. See, I used to want something. I never had it. My deep intention vibration was not set. That's subconscious mind healing. The first step to changing your energy field is to reprogram your subconscious mind to operate on a higher energy level. This means you must send consistent signals to your energy field until your subconscious mind accepts this new reality. When we enter the meditative state, your brain starts operating in deeper frequencies, the theta and the delta, which are ideal for activating subconscious frequencies. I just gave you play that back. You play what I just told you back. That is the key to life. I know you don't believe me, but I just gave the entire world, everybody out here publicly, the key to life. That is it right there. Because you can align your thoughts with your vibrations, you could change your life. That's what I did. The trades, the wins, the channel, everything I'm doing is coming from this behavior. Don't you understand? It's coming from this thought process. It's coming from this will to cultivate. And when I say cultivate, it's because we're not born with this behavior. Just like you cultivate a field, just like a farmer cultivates his crop. You've got to cultivate your mindset. You've got to work on it every single day. It's not going to happen overnight. I don't wake up positive with this amazing belief of confidence. I didn't wake up like this every day. I've worked myself into this habit. I'm habitually in a state of confidence and gratitude and love. I will end the stream so grateful for the 2,000 people that came here. I will end the stream so grateful for the $28 in chat revenue. I will end the stream so grateful for the 610 likes that people gave me right now. That is the most beautiful thing that I've ever seen. Anyone that gave me that like right now, you have so much karma. You're one of the classiest people because you understand that by giving to others, others will be given, things will be given, you will be given. You reap what you sow. You like this, then people are going to like what you have. You know, you accept me, people are going to accept you. So if you hit that like button, you're hitting the like button for yourself. Because all it's doing is opening a door of karmatic reaction that's going to flow into your life in such a way, shape, and form that you won't believe it. And again, it may just be the small like button, but it starts with the little actions that create bigger ones. We hit the like button for Sam, then we hold the door at the supermarket. Then we don't take the parking space, even though it's the one we want. We let the old lady take it. All these things add up over time. God sees every one of your actions, no matter how small or big they are. The person that does it when nobody's watching is the person that's success. Success is when nobody's watching you. That's success. And look, people tune out here because I'm not talking about the charts. We went from 2020 to 1996 because people can't handle the truth and because people think subconscious mind healing is a lie. Because if everyone thought it, then most of us would be successful. So if you're the one that's going to click off right now, you have been misaligned. This is the key to your trading style right now, because if you can formulate your brain to cultivate a positive mindset, you can take a couple losses and trade right through them, and you'll be back to winning yet again. But if you have a weak mindset and the losses eat you away, your trading career is not going to go too far. What I'm attempting to do is give you a long-term trading career by giving you a long-term mindset that'll keep you successful in any single industry, any single field that you are in. It doesn't matter. You can cultivate this. You can work at it. It's here for you. Remember, tomorrow is going to be a set of news here. Let's break it down. What's going to happen? Take a sticky. I'm going to do it in front of you because I know most people will not do it, right? But do I have a pen anywhere out here? I got to have a pen. I thought I had a pen. No pen. All right. I probably just write it without a pen. But I'll put it on there. When I get a pen, I usually never write at my desk, so there's never a pen here. Anyway, this sticky says that there's going to be unemployment at 8:30, and I'm sticking it, right? And when I wake up tomorrow morning, it's going to say unemployment in big letters, 8:30. I'm the leader of the group, and I've forgotten it a couple times in the last 2 years. Not a lot, but I have forgotten it. So that means that you can too, because you're a human just like me, and your kid may throw up. You may have kids, and one of your kids may have diarrhea or something, and you run out the room. Next thing you know, you come in and open up a trade, and you completely forgot about non-farm unemployment. It can happen to you. Trust me. Get a sticky and write down non-farm, write down unemployment change. Look, non-farm unemployment tomorrow coming in. Today, it came in. Let's take a look at the unemployment claims today. So they were good for the economy, strong for the economy, less claims, more people working, right? The previous was 242. The forecast was 234. It was lower than forecast, right? Non-farm productivity, 1.5, revised labor costs, and the trade balance too, right? We wanted that to go down, honestly, not up, or go up, not down, right? President Trump will speak tentatively, they think, today too as well. Fed Chair will speak tomorrow at 12:30. Tomorrow, Trump will speak at the crypto summit, March 7th, baby, 3/7/25. So tomorrow is the crypto summit. Who knows what's going to be said, but it's probably going to change our lives forever. I really think it's going to be an historic day in the history of the United States. Honestly, I believe that. I truly believe that. The DXY looks like it's about to tank even further to the downside. Everything's kind of going in our way right now, everybody. The DXY is tanking. We got a crypto summit tomorrow. But just be careful, 8:30 tomorrow, there will be some volatility at non-farm unemployment and the unemployment rate at Canada too as well. But the average hourly earnings, the non-farm and the unemployment rate for the United States comes in tomorrow at 8:30 Eastern time. All right. We also, I believe, are going to pull the clocks back in a couple of days. So how crazy is this? If you're fasting in Ramadan, if you're fasting for Ramadan on the East Coast of America, you've been ending your fast at about 6:31 sunset. That time is going to change in a couple days to 7:30. Your fast is going to go an extra hour. So God's going to put you to the test. you know, and your fast is gonna get an extra. The last hour is very difficult, so the last it's gonna get a little harder, which is so trivial and funny to me, but it is what it is. So total market cap, just like Bitcoin, and again, these mainly dump to the downside. So if this dumps, I'm gonna say, well, that was the odds. The odds are we're gonna dump. That crypto summit, all that was a bunch of nonsense. But you know, it is a low, a high, a higher low, a higher low there too. Again, a lower low, but a lower high, but a higher low. Can we put in the higher high off this higher low? That's what we're looking for today. And that's what I'm basically trading on. Wow, we covered a lot. Wow, Bitcoin tanked. Right? It was at 90,800. Let's take a look. Wow, they tanked it. Look at that. They tanked her. Shoulder, head, right shoulder, right there. Look at shoulder rejection by the 200 MA. That's why I usually don't front run the 200 MA. See? There you go. Down 139, not a big deal. Oh no, $100. When you make like $8 grand yesterday, you don't worry about $100. That's why you don't go in with everything. But look, shoulder, head, right shoulder. That was a short right there. I took a shot and it's okay. It's okay to lose your trades, everybody. Don't stress. I made thousands of dollars yesterday, so I'm not going to. The key is not to give back what you made. But look, you got rejected by the 200 MA. I front ran my signal. I knew it. What if they whip it? I mean, I'm likely going to get stopped out there on that one too now. Now, this is a bigger trade, so this trade stays open. The stop loss is way lower with way less risk because it's only $38. See, so my risk is key. Worst I could lose today is $200, and I can go from there. So the key is not to risk what you're willing, not to over risk yourself. And I honestly, after winning as much as we did the last few weeks, I would tell my whole trading group. And again, I can't give you guys financial advice, can't tell you what to do. But if I were you, I would lighten up with the trading. Everyone thinks, oh, because of the summit, I have to go hard. Let the dust settle. Let the crypto pump. Let's buy the retest. Let's see key areas that we hit support on. You don't have to go all the way in. It's not how it has to be. All right, for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So stay focused, man. We're at the forefront of this right now, and tomorrow is going to change the way we see our government, the way we see finance, and the way we see life. Honestly, it's not going to be the same. Not at all. Let me jump on into the chat and see how you beautiful people are doing. What's going on with the chat? Eddie fan funding here. We got $28 in chat revenue. Let's take a look at the fan funding. Brother, can you check Neural? We'll take a look at Neural. Shout out to Type Crow. Awesome job as always, Sam. Thank you so much, man. God bless you. My first crypto video was the day your mom passed. I was confused as you were crying live. Glad I kept an open mind and followed your journey. Isn't that funny? You watch my channel, my mom dies, and you're like, what's up with this guy? Right? And you just click. You know how many people probably clicked off from me days that I died when my mom, like I was here and I was crying, people clicked off. That's okay. God protected me from people that I didn't need in my life. You see what I'm saying? So, Red West Gold, one pump, I'm out. Learning, Sam. Thank you. Life is good. Amen. I like it. Please have a look at Sui from Henry overseas. Henry, let's take a look at Sui for you. Thank you so much. Remember, the odds are this is going to dump on us to the downside. These mainly dump. Remember, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just trading probabilities. Did I open up a short there? No, I did not, because I like the 200 MA on the 1 hour time frame, and I like the fact that we're consolidating. And I like the higher low. So I'm playing some other ideas there. So we have two people that asked about Sui. Live, Laugh, and Love also asking about Sui. I like that. 2 Sui super chats right back to back, too. So we can get them both done with the same exact analysis. Unless you guys want me to do it separately. Let's take a look at Sui and see what's happening. So I like Sui. I got Sui on the 3-day chart. I got a long out for it. I suggest Sui is going to make a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. I suggest that this was your bottom for Sui at about 250. It probably won't get any lower than that. And then Sui will continue to go further all the way up to $7. So I see about a 3X coming from 250 to 750 for Sui. It's called what I call an uptrending cup and handle. You know what I mean? Because it's got this, like, it's not a cup per se, but you can see it's got this a half a uptrending cup. I've seen these play out many, many times. So this tells me we're going to pump, and the target will take us to $7.22 and 73. I guess that's 300 thousandths of a cent or whatever. Wow, Bitcoin about to lose 90,000 though. That's pretty whack. That's really whack, to be honest. But yeah, I like Sui right here, and maybe it goes sideways for a few more times. You know, maybe we spend 9 or 10 days. I don't know exactly how it's going to happen. But to me, previous support is resistance, oversold in the 3-day chart, low RSI, MACD flipping, falling volume with falling price suggests that you are losing the sellers. I don't see how that isn't a screaming buy with a stop loss somewhere below $177, $1.77, you know. So I'm bullish on SWE, and I like where SWE could go. And to me, this is the time to load up on SWE. And I could be wrong. Maybe we have a black swan to continue to dump. So, you know, never do what you see a YouTuber do. I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. But my TA tells me SWE is ready to go. Also, on top of this, pull the fib. And we've bounced off the 618 golden pocket. I mean, that is a coincidence. And there's no such thing as a coincidence in my life. I don't believe it. On top of it, we have hidden bullish divergence. The RSI swinging down while price action is swinging up, telling us that we should break this high before we break this low, regardless of what price action does on the up and downs. Bitcoin back to 90,100. I want to see it stay above 90,000, kind of a key psychological number that would be like for us to hold there for Bitcoin. So I really do like SWE. Thank you so much for those super chats. You people are absolutely amazing, and I love you. Sam, thank you for the 99. With the help of the trading group, me and my fiance were able to book a honeymoon to Italy last night as a 21 and 20-year-old. Look at this, Taylor Murphy. He said, thanks you for the 99. He said, because of the trading group, we were able to book a honeymoon to Italy, and we're only 21 and 20 years old. Most people can't afford anything like that. They can't go after their dreams. They can't go make them, you know, I was so broke on my honeymoon. My sisters bought me a hotel room for $600 in New York City at the Standard Hotel. I got my ring for $3,500, my wedding ring for my wife. I never had a wedding. We set our vows in her aunt's house in a tiny little living room, or a good sized living room. I don't want to say, you know, it was a beautiful session. My sisters were there. Do you believe this is a buy the rumor, sell the news? Are you holding your spot positions? I hold my spot. Yes. Sam, thank you for that. I'm so happy to hear that, Taylor Murphy. God bless you. And thank you for sharing. You spent $99 to share that with me. I mean, $4.99. That's awesome. God bless you. See, people send a super chat to me to share how great their life's going. I want to get paid to hear how good people's lives are going. I mean, what a great life. If I were to complain, God has given me, I work from home. I learned how to make gains from my mind. I studied the charts for years on end. I found Bitcoin dumb early. Like, come on, man. Like, yeah, fine. I lost my mom on Thanksgiving. I lost my dad, but they were great parents. And I know people that didn't have people as long as I did. I know people that lost their dad when they were 15. At least I had my dad as long as I did. You know, I'm grateful for everything I was given. I don't focus on what was taken away. I focus on what was given. And as I focus on what was given, more will come to me as I can't spell neural AI. Let's take a look at artificial neural. Neural AI is, I think, what you're looking for here. Wow, I remember getting into neural around $4 and $7, right? And then it ripped up to 18. And now everything in AI is just kind of forming a big old bottom again. A temporary bear market, really. But as long as we don't break the previous lows, we could go sideways and continue further to the upside. I still have some faith that things can go our way here. So look, they did a bit of a dolphin dip. So they're going after the small time traders today. You can tell, like, my 1 hour trade's fine. So it's telling me to stay off of the small time frames and don't get chewed up today, because they're going to chew you up. Why? Well, there's people that are trying to speculate on the crypto summit while they don't realize that there's unemployment. While there's too much. There's too much going on. I got the DXY over here. Let me show you what's happening to the DXY. I see this about to collapse. Why do they want the DXY to dump? Because think about it. It will force rate hikes. You want a weak dollar. All right. A weak dollar lowers prices. A strong dollar, right? So if the dollar goes up, you want the dollar to go down in value over time. But actually, no, the dollar going down in value is going to create prices to go up. That's what people don't realize. See? Anyway, but it's good to see the dollar drop for risk on assets. It helps Bitcoin pump because everything that priced in the dollar goes up in value. If Bitcoin had the same exact supply and the dollar dropped, wouldn't it go up in value? Yes, see? So Sorry, sometimes I know what I'm saying, but I get confused because I talk so much. My first crypto library video, thank you for saying that. So Neural's just in a bottoming out pattern, my friend. And I'm still holding it. We'll see what happens. You know, no guarantees what could happen to Neural. Shout out to the live chat. Thank you, Tori, for the $20. Tori, you want me to go over seller? Funny, you've been here for a long time. God bless you, Tori. ACLX token, super deal. Was white as gay, got rug pulled. Need the lifer's help now to crawl back up. I mean, why'd you buy it? Nobody in the... I didn't buy it. I said to look at it. You people are crazy, man. Like, why would you buy something like... I never bought the thing. You guys are like riskier than me. I don't understand why you guys are riskier than me. Doesn't make any sense to me. Wow, it looks like a rug. See? I said wait. I said wait for... I said it doesn't look too good. I said that could drop. I remember even saying that. I said I wouldn't buy it unless it bounces up here and consolidates a little bit. I said that could Bart Simpson right down. I remember saying that specifically. Whether I said it to, you know... But yeah, come on, man. It's a tiny coin. Anyway, I didn't buy any of this. Saw it pump hard. I was late to it. And then I said, hey, just watch this flag. See if it consolidates. You don't just buy it immediately and wake up the next morning. You learned your lesson, man. You really did. So I hope you remember this day. You should print this out and put it on your desk. And stop, you know, BTC, man. Again. Yeah. Saying, could you check auto 50-minute time frame? It looks like it's forming a cup and handle to me. Be careful. Oncotogaluk is going to get delisted across the board. I think you're right. I think you might be onto something there. Yeah. Okay. Let's take a look at others. Others.d. The others. They're going to get us. The others. Let's take a look at others. Bitcoin 90,240 for Bitcoin. This is a link to BOOKMAP. BOOKMAP shows you where liquidity is. Okay, it's showing you, hey, there's still a lot of people that could get liquidated. They went long. They believe we're going to 100K. If we come back down here to 70,000, they will get liquidated, a mass liquidation. So there's still a boatload of people down there. Now, I've seen that never get liquidated. There's a chance those people get to win. We pump up and they actually win their trades and their liquidations don't get taken out. Maybe this time the crypto summit's so strong. Confident in the move trade, even if Bitcoin drops. No, if Bitcoin drops, everything could drop. Yeah, be careful. Lifer said it could Bart Simpson 100%. Stephen Wood, thank you for saying that. God bless you, man. It did exactly that. Hey, Sam, could you check onto a 50-minute time frame? Looks like it's forming a cup and handle to me. Sure. Let me just take a look at others here. So others looks like it's about to explode. The altcoins are about to pump. See that? It tells me that, yeah, SWE is a good buy right now. Altcoins are a buy. See this is what it's telling you. It's time to load up. Again, you got to buy the fear. The fear is heavy right now. Like, the fear is heavy. I have a big old bag of SWE. I really do. Let's take a look. I'm just going to add to the SWE because I really believe we've bottomed. And I like the project. And I got enough deep book right now, too, as well. Right? Oh, yeah, you got... That's funny. They have... It's something about you have to use, like, USDC for some reason, which is weird. Anyway, you'll notice some weird stuff like that. So I see this moving up. So I'm not going to buy right now. I have to actually... Actually, wait. Hold up. Hold up. Let me take a look here. They probably got... They should have SWE here, right? Yep. And so we'll buy... I don't know. Market about... I'd say, what, 1,800 bucks worth of SWE? And why go soft? 2 grand? 2 grand worth of SWE. And we'll buy some SWE right here. Order successful. Make sure the order filled. Fully filled. 290 SWE. I'm in there like swimwear, right? So bang. I bought some SWE. It is kind of topping there on the smaller time frame, but I'm not too stressed about it. 4 hour. It could dump. I don't really care. I'm buying it for the next, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 months. Others looks like you're going to get a pump on altcoins, right? This is the entire market cap and the dominance on all the coins, excluding the top 10 coins. So that looks like we may get a nice move to the upside. Bang, bang, bang. Sam, GPS coin, please. We'll take a look. I don't know what it is. GPS. Go Plus Security. It's got a $96 million market cap. Kind of like the sweet spot that I like. But look at that thing. It looked like it got rugger. I don't know. Yeah, I got to move on, man. I wouldn't touch it. That looks horrible. MoveOn.com. Ava. AI. I remember when I bought this coin down here and ripped it. Solana, please. 400K position. I need a target. Let's take a look at Solana. Are you... I don't know. I mean, again, I'm not going to tell you what to do. Let's take a look at Sol from the very beginning and start fresh as if we've never seen the asset in our lives, right? We take away the moving averages and we just want to look at price action all by itself, right? Just like Master Friend, all by itself, right? So let's take a look. You know, he trades with price action all by itself. So we take a look here and you can see, and again, I can make most of my trades just like this too. Once you've been trading for a long time, there's so much you can see. Like right now, you can see bearish div, even if you didn't have the RSI there. You knew that was a bearish divergence. So this is what I got for Solana. You have an uptrend here that looks like it was disrespected, number one. You got to regain that trend line as far as I'm concerned. But you could say, okay, this trend line's there now. And it's like a diagonal trend. And we're just about playing with it. I'm okay with this. But you really desperately, like, you need a bounce. Solana needs a bounce sooner than later. If Bitcoin tanks, like, it's going to drop Solana. Solana could go back to $78. Like, it could. Like, this is a possibility. It must hold the trajectory. Now I see it as basically a broadening rising wedge, which, like, rising wedges can break to the downside, right? It's not the most bullish sign. So this is what I'm watching, and it's a tough pattern. It's tough. And then today, look at me on the weekly, you got a bearish engulfing candle on the weekly. So unlike, you know, Bitcoin was trying to get itself out of here, Solana's, I don't know, and it's a bit of a mess right now. Let's take a look at the daily time frame. And the daily doing the same thing. We'll slap it on and probably bounce off the 200 MA. Did he? Oh, no way. Look, oh, wow. It's below. See how Bitcoin bounced off its daily? So Bitcoin bounced off its daily 200 MA. That's strength. When you're in a bull run, you're in an uptrend, you don't lose 200 MAs. When you're in a down, so Solana could be in a downtrend here because it's below the daily 200 MA. You see? Now, again, it's following that same similar Bitcoin structure that Bitcoin's following, the symmetrical triangle. It's just not as neat as Bitcoin's for whatever reason. And has this crazy spike out of nowhere. Let's take a look at our 1 hour time frame. Now, similar to Bitcoin, you're attempting to get above the 200 MA and form a flag. It's all about Bitcoin, everybody. Bitcoin saves the day and gets the break back up. All coins will go somewhat sideways, but then they'll be able to make it out. It also has a diamond vibe, does it not? It's not your best diamond. Diamonds can be neater than this, but I have seen messy diamonds as such. And it kind of looks like it came in from the bottom and Solana could break out to the bottom. So I got mixed signals on Solana, and it's waiting on what Bitcoin does. Right now, you've got to stay above the 1 hour 200 MA and form a flag to even begin to be bullish for Sol. And Sol's at 146. So I'm optimistic Sol will pump up out of this channel further to the upside and will eventually get some love. But the chart itself isn't too great, and we really got to back. The one area we get back above was that 180, right? Yeah, once we get back above 180, we're going to be kind of good to go again. But until then, you know, we have some major resistances. And even look, that shoulder head, kind of right shoulder looks... We got some major resistance there at 152 as well. So, you think the 50-minute time frame looking like an inverted head and shoulder boss? Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the MACD chart. Head over to the 15 and take a look. Yeah, I see somewhat of an inverted, but it's a little sloppy. I mean, yeah, but you're getting the beginnings of a possible shoulder, head, right shoulder. Yep. And what that looks like to me, good eye, my friend, good eye. You're spot on. And you must, people love that. They're like, Lifer, I saw what you saw. And I've only been doing this for a couple weeks now. I'm really, you know, that gets people excited. And I'm so happy to see people learn. So yeah, there's a cup and handle that could go further to the upside as well. Right? There's your higher low above the 15-minute. And again, it just goes back to the same idea that I got you waiting on. We're just watching this consolidation. These mainly dump to the downside, but there's a chance we get tight. And so we're going to watch Bitcoin and see how tight it gets. And it's going to bounce up in here, and then eventually it's going to make its decision of which way it would like to go. Resistance at about 94,800 for BTC. All right. We love you, Sam. Vegas, we were just there. God bless you. Everyone, I am doing Bitcoin Vegas. The link is in the description below. You got to sign up to Bitcoin Vegas. You got to be there, man. I want as many lifers as I can have there. And we're going to have a meetup. We can go to dinner. We can have a blast. So get ready. It's going to be awesome. And get excited. But you got to sign up. You got to come to Vegas. You got to buy that ticket to get you to commit. Buy the ticket to go to Bitcoin Las Vegas. You're going to meet awesome people. You will meet people I believe you'll be friends with for the rest of your life. And we're all intertwined around the country. And you won't believe how many people that you'll meet. And I'm telling you right now, it'll change your life forever. Every Bitcoin event I've ever been to has changed my life forever. I wouldn't miss it for the world. Like, I wouldn't miss it for the world. Like, they're the best, funnest, most exciting events ever. Ever. Let's take a look at Aptos. And, like, people see you, hey, you're walking down the street, people recognize you. Like, we take over cities, and there's crypto people everywhere. And it's just an amazing time to be alive. It feels good. I've had such a blast at every single Bitcoin event I've ever been to. I think it's well worth the money because you're going to meet the people that created the space that you join. You're going to, it's just awesome. So anyway, Aptos is at a bottom. I firmly believed it's bottomed. Every time it's been here, no one sells anymore. That's kind of its it factor here. So I'm telling you right now, it looks like Aptos has bottomed. And it's only a matter of time. I believe this market rips back up. And others does look good to me too. So we'll see what happens. So where we stand is Bitcoin really has to break out this flag today and get busy. Even we have no summit. Technical analysis speaking, we're at some crucial areas where Bitcoin has to get back above. Otherwise, it's going to go make a lower low. Right? We got to break out of that symmetrical triangle to the upside, which is very unlikely. So we have to fight the odds. We have to beat the odds now. Someone asked about BONK. So BONK had a nice run up. Previous support was resistance the last time I looked at it, and it lost the sauce, right? Everything is just getting completely capitulated, especially meme coins. My thing is, once you lose the daily Tutoring, that's when you want to start getting out. Once you really use the 4-hour, because then you know the daily's coming. You can bail out early, right? If this comes to continue to pump, it can. I don't know what to tell you, though. Like, it's been a very strange cycle. I'm not, usually this is the beginning of a bear market, and a coin goes into a bear market. So for me, from all I've seen, it's the beginning of a bear market. It's very rare you have a continuation pump here. After such a long bear market, here's the rip up. And people made massive gains. I mean, they got in here and they got out there. Like, what else do you want? Like, you got everything. All these coins gave you everything you wanted. You just thought there was going to be a bigger cycle? Like, who cares? Like, and I kept telling everyone, take the money in front of you, pay yourself, look at your own bank account. Don't stress what the market's doing. Stress what you're doing. Stress where you're at. Don't go too crazy into what's not, it's... What a blessing, man. Shout out to everybody here. Dear Lord, we're going to have 1,000 likes, man. God bless. That's so awesome. And thank you to everybody here on the live stream. I appreciate you and I care about you. A little bit of, some too much information, but my wife had a pain in her left breast. We thought it could be the dreaded breast cancer. We're pretty sure it's not, but we don't know for sure. It was a pretty big scare in my life. For 4 days, she had this pain, and then she looked it up, and she said, what if, and I thought, what if it was, and I had to deal with that. And I said, man, I wouldn't care about Bitcoin. I would be, so today she's actually at a doctor's appointment right now. And if everyone could just pray for us, I hope it's okay. And it's just like some type of swelling from breast cancer or I'm from breastfeeding. Sorry, from breast. Gosh. Hopefully it's some type of swelling from breastfeeding. You know what I'm saying? Someone asked about ORDI. Honestly, I got to tell you, we got into ORDI around $5. I got to tell you, though, the BRC20 space is hello. Like, it's dead, man. Like, nobody's in it. No one's participating. I think Runes was kind of a, I don't even want to say it, but you know what I want to say. And look at that shoulder, head, right shoulder. That looks like it's going to dump even more. So unless you can get back above the Tutoring, I wouldn't touch this thing. And it's got a nasty downtrend that looks like it's going to continue. Seems like you're attempting to bottom there at about $10. It's crazy, though. You're still in the money from when we got in. We started looking at this thing when it was $5. ORDI. Before it even made it onto the exchange, right? And then it ripped all the way to $50. This is actually one of the biggest gainers before the market even rallied. Like, the BRC20 coin started to pump, and they made me think that was a new narrative. And so I loaded up in some coins there too. This has been a brutal rally in many senses of the way. Bitcoin back at 90,370. You got to love it. You got to love it. And we'll go back to the future. So I got this trade still cooking. No reason to stress it. And I'd like to see this thing break further to the upside. My target takes it all the way to 108,999. Imagine if I hit that one. People would be like, no way. So there's ORDI and then DHN. Someone asked about DHN USDT. Let's take a look at DHN Dorini. Wow, I have no idea what happened here, but I wish I had gotten in early. Wow, that's crazy, huh? And it actually has some thick candles too. What is DHN? What is it? And today is our weekly screen share, everybody. You could some people like to join my trading group just for that. I share my portfolio. I go over token metrics. We talk about the coins that matter. We have a blast. So this already has an 853 market cap. How does a coin come out of nowhere at $1 billion market cap? Right, max supply 372 million, circulating supply 17 million. Wow, it has a very small amount of the supply, meaning they may dump this coin on you with multiple unlocks. Right, so I would be careful. It's a redefining education, breaking down the barriers that have kept investors from accessing the knowledge they need to thrive in the digital asset. More than just a learning platform, it's a movement, one that empowers individuals with skills to master blockchain trading and DeFi through an interactive, gamified experience. Interesting. Let's take a look at the website and see if it's really up to par. The financial empowerment platform. The learning arena. Over 20 plus 20 lessons. 20 lessons? Invites blockchain projects to reward. Dorini Labs, that font is horrible. I don't know. The website looks a little shoddy to me, but the learning area, engaging crypto and blockchain lessons by experts updated regularly to stay current. Get started. It's an app. Dorini, DHN. Interesting. I don't know why the name Dorini. That still looks viable to me. This move flag here. I wouldn't be surprised if it did get busy later on today. I don't see a lot of other altcoins worth trading right now. That's like really the trade of the day for me personally, but who knows? I haven't gotten into it yet, but I may swing trade it. I really will. Sam, would you take a look at link for us? Much appreciated. I do love Chainlink. Sam, can you TA on Ultima? Yeah. So DHN, right? Dorini on MEXC. I mean, you have to look at that. It's almost in an inverted head and shoulders, similar to Bitcoin, which means that thing may continue further to the upside, right? Maybe head all the way to 73.87, and then previous resistance becomes support with the bounce, and then the bounce here at about 46.34 as well. Hey, this thing's on a tear. Again, you know, when you're buying something that's been pumping all day and away from the 21-day moving average, the odds are it's going to come back down to the 21 here after such a rally. But wow, I mean, this thing was $5 and it just did a 10x. I mean, that's kind of crazy, right? Since the 4th of March, it did a 10x. So there's going to be opportunity, even in any market, everyone, there's going to be opportunity. Cryptocurrency just has too much opportunity in it. I mean, there's a chance this flag continues to go, but you have to know your high risk. So if you trade this flag and you lose it, you have to say, hey, well, I took a shot. I knew that the 4 hour was away from the 21, but there was a chance it could have pumped. I've seen these pump when the 4 hours away from the 21, but it's rare. All right. Hello, can you TA Ultima? Let's take a look at Ultima USTD. So this coin just ripped up beautifully from 5,000 all the way to 23,000. I don't even know what this is. $23,000 a coin? Are you serious? What the heck is this thing? Ultima. Always something out here. Ultima, the $208, $16,000, 626 market cap. All right. $300 million in volume. I'm bullish on Ultima. With Ultima, everyone will be able to discover many opportunities and great earning potential in cryptocurrency market. Interesting. It's a powerful cryptocurrency ecosystem centered on Ultima token. Our ecosystem unites a range of innovative products, modern crypto wallets, and a unique crypto debit card. A crowdfunding platform, its own marketplace, and more. A lot of products are unique in the crypto market. Ultima's mission is to create a flawless cryptocurrency product to transform the way people interact with cryptocurrency. I don't know. Sounds like you're like, there's a kitchen table where we eat at it. It's going to be a great kitchen table. And you're like, I don't see a kitchen table, though. ULTIMA is a modern token with a powerful background created by a team of experienced engineers. I don't know. Something about it's a little weird. Why is it so expensive? I mean, it's Docs. Ellen Reinhardt is an international entrepreneur, venture capitalist, and business coach, expert in crypto technology and business development. According to an American business publication, entrepreneur, he's among the top figures in the blockchain industry. So what you do is you go to Grok and you'd be like, who is this guy, right? And see what Grok tells you, man. Born in Russia, immigrated to Germany at 15 with his family, where he adapted new culture and language. Right, blah, blah, blah. He started ULTIMA, aimed to make cryptocurrency accessible for passive income generation, boosting a large user base across numerous countries. He also runs the Alex Reinhardt Academy, offering leadership in financial literacy trading, portally researching hundreds of thousands of participants. Publications like Entrepreneur have allegedly listed him among top influential figures. Another isn't. Okay. Interesting. Follow me at CryptoLifer33. I greatly appreciate it. On our way to 37,000 followers. Just 200 more, man. We can crack through the veil. Help me do it. I'd greatly appreciate it. Trump imposes tariffs on Canada. Recent tensions between U.S. and Canada have escalated, with President Trump imposing tariffs on Canada's goods, claiming that Canada is not doing enough to prevent the smuggling of fentanyl into the U.S. This claim has been met with skepticism and criticism, pointing towards the complexity of the drug trade and the decline in overdose deaths despite their rhetoric. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has responded by indicating that his country is already addressing the issue of fentanyl smuggling. But see, when you think someone hasn't been doing enough, you don't sit there and argue with them. You just say you haven't been doing enough. You say you got to do something. You got to do something better. So I don't know what's up with this coin. It seems like it's got some insider movement to it. I don't really know. It's a little high risk right now, though. DHN. Bitcoin slumping hard, 89,700. And again, look, shoulder, head, kind of a right shoulder now. Look at that, losing this area, losing the 200 MA on the 5-minute time frame. I will tell you, symmetrical triangles mainly break down 68% of the time. Let's take a look at BTC and what's happening here for Bitcoin. To the 1 hour. This pattern says it's going to dump. 90% of the time, it's going to take us down. I can't guarantee it. I would not trade until literally like tomorrow afternoon or something. I'd have my stops out. Maybe I'd take a scalp. I mean, I have a trade open, but I don't have a big trade open. Like, I'm not going to be heavy in the market today. I'm going to let the market settle, man. I don't think it's a day you want to be going in and out with everything you have. We had our pumps. Right now, we're kind of going sideways here. The odds are you're going to break to the downside. These patterns mainly dump down. The odds are you're going to come down somewhere here to the 200 MA, to here, somewhere in this vicinity at about 84,000. But there's no guarantees. But Bitcoin has been extremely volatile the last couple of days. And it's definitely looking that looks like a complex head and shoulder. Look at it. Shoulder, shoulder. You got like shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder, and that's going to dump further to the downside. We saw one of these in the smaller time frames recently. If it breaks the 200 MA, you're going to drop likely down to about 84,000. So I'd love it if Bitcoin can hold 90K. But right now, I'm seeing signs of bearishness for BTC. I would only long if this bounces, gets back inside this tight pattern. Even if you break out, right? Break out, crack the 4-hour 200. And get above that. I mean, that would be if the 4-hour can break above the 200 MA, it's kind of like front running. I don't front run when the 1 minute doesn't cross because you're bearish. So I gave you the likelihood that this will dump to the downside. I've showed you the measured moves. If we break up, we could go to 103. If we break down at 79,291, the odds are this rolls over. That's what I've seen in my life, but I can't tell you what's going to happen for sure. There's no guarantees. And I was bullish because things looked like we could bounce. And maybe we still can. I'm open-minded. I don't know what's going to happen. Heck, I've won trades where the probabilities don't look good, but I've just stayed in the trade with the stop loss, and I made it through. Like, you don't always have to know what's going to happen. You just have to keep trading and keep proper risk management. That's the key. Look, this looks like a shoulder. kind of a head and a right shoulder there too as well. So definitely some trouble in paradise today, and definitely a lot of chop. Remember, I wouldn't be surprised if we did this too all the way until tomorrow morning. Just be careful. Sideways price action may be the culprit because we have unemployment tomorrow and the crypto news. Like, a lot of people don't know what that's going to bring, and everyone's speculating on either side of the trade, so it could be a problem. Let's take a look at LBAI or for wrapped ETH. Lemmy the bot. He's got a tiny market cap, but he's ripping. I don't know anything about this coin, so to me, it's just too high risk. I'd have to do my own research and find out more about it. See what the Twitter's doing, what people are saying. Yeah, he's got no followers. He just started. Lemmy the, I don't know, new bat meme coin. I don't know. I'm not too much of a fan. I'm kind of sick of this type of stuff, honestly. I think this is what's the problem with the industry is I'm not into it. ULTIMA's got me kind of like, I don't know what it is. Like, it's a little weird for me, to be honest. It's away from the 20. It's losing the 21 of the 2-day. At least let it come back to the 3-day, 21-day moving average. And then there's a chance, though. I mean, it's what a tear it went on, though. It did a 10x. A 3x, sorry. 5,000 to... It did a 4x from $5,000 a coin. I don't know what's going on with this thing. It's 16,000. It says it can get to $33,000, like YFI. Yeah. Tomorrow's does not exist. Yep. Already lost somebody today, but I'll get it back for sure. I'm not giving up. Today's not going to be... Tuesdays after 12 o'clock, Tuesdays after 2 are usually not the best days to trade. So just be careful. I have my 1-hour trade open on weeks, and we'll go from there. And look, it already lost the trend line. Looks like it's coming for me now. Head and shoulder doesn't look bullish. And so I gave you your bearish scenario, told you where the levels are to watch. If you didn't remember, just go back and watch it. I just showed you. All right. Satoshi Secret on base. Looks like a game, but major meme tokens are joining like Ponky. I guess, man. I'm all set. Thank you. There goes the Twitter email on the 15-minute time frame. Yep. Look, that looks like shoulder, head, shoulder, dump to the 200 MA. It looks like you're going to head to the 1-hour 200 MA here. It may get me stopped out of the trade. I have a question I'm going to ask you. What does it mean when a coin is wrapped? It's just like the on-chain version of it. Yeah, like wrapped ETH is ETH on that chain. You know, you can have ETH, you can have wrapped ETH on AVAX. It's wrapped in the chains. Basically, it's basically in that chain's equivalent of that coin. You send in the regular coin and they wrap it into a chain on that coin, on that chain. And then when you send it back out, it will unwrap it back out to its regular coin. Yeah. Yeah, the whales try to uncover a market base sometimes. There's constant flushing. Sometimes it's a buyer and a holder's game. Yeah, exactly. Everybody just pay attention. Watch out. Today is a sketchy day to trade. I know what days are great to trade, and I know what days are not good to trade. Today is giving a low trade rating. Not going to be giving my money back. I'm not going to be overactive in the group. I'm going to be very, very selective and watchful of the trades. I suggest you do the same. We're heading into a very volatile couple of days. We've got unemployment, and we've got the crypto summit. So you got to take that into an account. 100%. And look, shoulder, head, shoulder. This says you're going down to the 200 MA at least. And I told you at the beginning of the stream that it was a symmetrical triangle, and the symmetrical triangles mainly break to the downside. So if you see we're dumping, you know, that's kind of what happened, right? Just found your crypto. Super fun to see a crypto bro in a suit. Shout out to Honest KOL. Shout out to everyone here. It means the token is on a non-native chain. Amen. The whales try to uncover a market base sometimes. It's constant flushing. That's what he said, yeah. Anyway, I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to jump out for the day. May God bless each and every one of you for being here. It does look like we're going lower. That is the probability. Want to take a short? By all means, take it. I made so much gains trading long the last, on that Sunday. Then I got the second pump, and then I got pump yesterday. I'm smartly going to not overtrade and not give all my gains back. I'm going to be very, very happy with the gains. I want to rejoice. Now, I don't like the dumping for Bitcoin. I don't like 89,000, but it is what it is. We'll see what happens from there. So if there is money to be made on a possible short with a stop loss, I'll pop of 91.5, take it possibly down to 84,800 for Bitcoin. Everybody, I love you. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you all tomorrow for another beautiful, amazing, uplifting, positive, full of love live stream. And I couldn't do it without you. Thank you to my team. Thank you to Jamie. Thank you to Sean. Thank you to Jay, the editor, my wife, and everybody out here that makes this awesome publication go out every single day to make this media, this form of media that we make, and all the other videos, all the editing, and everything else that goes into this. May God bless everybody in my team. May God bless everybody on the live. And thank you so much for giving me your most precious asset, which is your time. Stay positive, stay amazing, build your reality through your frequency, and believe in yourselves. You know, the secret to success is getting started. It all starts with the first click, the first move, the first video, right? Every channel started with a video. Every single person's first trade, you know, maybe you joined your first trading group, cryptolifer.com. Everything starts with a first. What are you going to do today that's going to change your life? Amen. The secret to success is getting started.